Hey y'all, it's Shyne.intl here, and I am back with another video. Today we'll be talking about how to get unstuck and get your life back on track. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified every time I drop some new heat, because I've been dropping heat. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for 17K subscribers. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. My jacket is kind of loud, so I'm gonna try not to move too much. So the feeling of being stuck is like basically a feeling of stagnancy where you're unmotivated, you're dissatisfied with life, you're feeling like you're in a space. You feel like you're not moving forward, but you're not necessarily moving backwards. You're just stuck in a rut. Also, feeling stuck is feeling like you're not getting where you want to be in life. Some people may consider this as a depression or like creator's block. Like if you're an artist and you just can't come up with content, or I know YouTubers go through it. Writers, people get writer's block where they don't know what to write about, and it just makes you unmotivated. It makes you not want to, I don't know, you're just kind of like blah. I go through this a lot. You have to pick yourself up out of this space and this energy and have to get your momentum going, because honestly, if you get stuck here, you will fall into a depression. So I'm here to give you some key steps and tips to help my people out, my ladies and my gents, to get out of this space, this stagnant energy, and get unstuck. Number one, clean your space. Okay, I'm messy, so like when I get done doing my makeup, I'm not the girl who just picks up all my stuff and put it back where it was. I leave it there until I get back from wherever I was going. That's just the type of person that I am. Physical space tends to match your mental space. So if it's all cluttered and junky, that represents your mental space, okay? And plenty of times my place is just so cluttered, so like clothes everywhere, lashes, all type of stuff all over the place, and I'm just like, I can't function. I can't, like, I'm just like stressed, and I'm just like, and it puts me in a place of feeling stuck, because now I'm unmotivated, now I'm aggravated, and it's just like, once I clean my space, y'all, I feel like I could think clearly. Like I feel like I'm clearing blockages that, whereas opposed when my space is messy, it's just like my mind is blocked. I don't want to do anything. Like I do what I have to do. I don't do anything extra. You get what I'm saying? I find myself waking up in a better space, in a better mood. I find myself able to plan out my tasks, plan out my days. When your room, when your living room, when your house, when all of that is all over the place, you're all over the place. So just try to clean up your space and organize it, okay? As hard as it may be, because I know not everybody is a neat freak, so it might be harder for others than it is for some. Replace being busy with being productive, y'all, okay? So I tend to get overwhelmed when I have so many things to do and so many tasks, but I don't get anything done, or I get like one thing done, and then I get into this space and energy of feeling stuck. Now I'm unmotivated. Now I'm not gonna do it at all. I'm the type to feel like if I have so much to do, if I'm already like missed the mark to do task number 1, 2, and 3, I'm gonna lay in bed all day until I don't do anything. And so that just, I wasn't productive, I wasn't busy. I literally didn't do anything but stay in like a stuck, stagnant energy, and that's what we're trying to get out of. So don't overwhelm yourself with things to do. First of all, you gotta know yourself, because when you know yourself, then you know what you're capable of. And yeah, it's good to push yourself past your capabilities, but at the same time, you want to be mindful so that you don't overwhelm yourself, so that you don't overwork yourself and burn yourself out. So for me, giving myself 20 tasks to do in one day, every day, it's not gonna cut it, because if I overwork myself, then I'll get overwhelmed, and then I will just shut down and not do anything. I'll just, like I said, I'll just lay in the bed all day and watch my tasks pile up and watch them not get accomplished, and I will not have a problem with it, and then later on I'll feel terrible. And now I will feel disappointed with myself, like, damn, you had all day to do this, or you were supposed to do this today, and all of this and all of that. To avoid all of that, release the need to be busy every single day. You could be busy doing nothing, and people don't understand that. Like, people could be busy all day. Oh, I did this, that, and the third. What did you really get done? As opposed to being productive. So let's say you had a real chill, lax day, and you did two tasks out of the 3, and you got way more done than as opposed to you being busy all day running around doing this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you're bringing yourself out of that stuck, stagnant energy. You want to bring yourself out slowly, so you don't want to overwhelm yourself where you go back into that energy like, oh, like, I'm not doing it, I'm just not with it, I don't feel like doing it. My next point is to implement rest days into your schedule, period. Like, this is important, y'all. This is important. All that I sleep when I die or no days off, kick it to the curb. Listen, our mental health is more important than anything in this world. You get what I'm saying? We have to take care of ourselves mentally, our bodies. We come first, because if there is no us, if we shut down, all of our operations shut down. We can't go to work, we can't go to school, we can't run that business. So we need to take care of who first? Us first. Rest days are very important and will keep you out of that stuck, stagnant energy. I know I keep saying that, but I'm gonna say it for the rest of the video. Okay. For those who have busy schedules like moi, I tend to get overwhelmed and overworked. Like I said in the last point, I will not do anything if I've been working 6 days in a row without any rest, without a nap, without any type of time to myself. I will make time to myself. I will literally cancel all my clients. I've done this before, where I was so tired that I rescheduled all my clients for another day because I just could not get to work that day. I was super tired. I know for people that go to work, I know you have those days where you call out because you just been working 8 days in a row and you haven't had a day off yet, and you just like, your next day off is in 3 more days and you just can't even make it that far. Nah, y'all, that overtime, it be hitting, the check be hitting, but you still got to take care of yourself first. Rest, recharge, self-care, and disconnect from the outside world. Spend time with your friends and your family. Just do something that's catered to you and that makes you happy, and that'll refresh you and make you ready for the upcoming week. You don't want to overwork and overwhelm yourself, because then it'll put you in that feeling of being stuck where you're like, bitch, I don't want to do anything. My next tip is to stop being so hard on yourself. You put yourself in that stuck, stagnant energy. Like I said, I'm gonna say that for the rest of the video. Every time you beat yourself up, or every time you're hard on yourself and making yourself feel like you're not good enough, guess what your subconscious self is gonna do? It's gonna feel like it's not good enough. So nothing that you do will ever be good enough, and that'll put you in a feeling of being stuck. Like, I'm just here, nothing's good enough. It's easy to feel like you're not doing enough, especially when you're comparing yourself to other people or other people that's in your industry. Listen, okay, that causes you to go a downward spiral into the rabbit hole of stagnancy, where you're just depressed and nothing you do will be enough, which makes you lose momentum, which makes you lose motivation, and now you're wondering if this is even for you. All these tips I'm telling y'all, I've been here before. I've done these things to myself before. I've been here before, y'all. So I'm telling y'all where the stuckness and the stagnancy is coming from, okay? So that leads me into my next tip, which is positive self-talk. You gotta talk positively to yourself, because if you won't do it, who's gonna do it? It starts with you, okay? You have to encourage yourself to get up and get things done. You have to encourage yourself and let yourself know that you are worthy of whatever the heck that you want in this life, plus more. You are worthy of everything that you want, everything that you can't even fathom yourself having, seeing, experiencing. You are worthy of it, and it starts with who? You. Just be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your wins. whether they're big, whether they're small. And let me just use this as an example, because I haven't really been giving y'all examples. I've been using myself as an example because this is literally something that I go through like at least once every couple months. Like, I go through this a lot, y'all. But okay, let's say you have a 5-page essay to do and you normally cram it all in the night before, knock out the whole 5 pages the night before the essay's due. Let's say this week you decided to do something different than your norm and you do 3 pages 3 days before the essay is due. Congratulate yourself. Be like, dang, look at me, I'm doing something different. Because now instead of cramming 5 pages, you only have to cram 2 pages. You did something different. And this is what I mean. I know that's something small, but that's what I mean by celebrate yourself, big or small. Nothing is too small. Take yourself out for lunch because you did something differently that you probably never used to do in the past, and now it's going to encourage you to want to do it again. So next time you have a deadline, or next time you do this, you'll remember that time, like, oh yeah, I did half my assignment a week ahead of time. I'm gonna try that again, and then it becomes a habit, and then you keep going with it, and it's like, yes. Congratulate yourself and be positive, because you are amazing and you should not have to wait for somebody else to tell you. You should know this yourself. So my next tip is to plan out your tasks based on priority, okay? Either do it the night before or the morning of. I would prefer the night before. You could go to sleep on it, marinate, and you'll remember it by the next morning, and you will wake up already knowing what you need to get done, as opposed to waking up in the morning like, oh, what should I do today, or what do I gotta do today? Let's start with the deadlines first. If you have something that's due tomorrow, you will put that at the top of your list. The night before, you'll be like, okay, I have an essay due the day after tomorrow, so tomorrow I'm gonna make sure I finish that essay and get it out the way. And then the next thing, and you put the most menial tasks, like getting your eyebrows done, you put that at the bottom, because it's not as important as that 5-page essay that's due the day after tomorrow. I would suggest to write it down. This is something that I'm working on within myself, because I keep everything in here, and it's a good thing, but at the same time it's a bad thing, because when you write it down, you won't forget. And that used to be my problem. The night before, I'll think of everything that I need to do, and then by the end of the day, the next day, I'm like, oh, I forgot to do this, oh, I forgot to go get that. I actually used to have like a little small notebook, and I would write down everything that I needed to do for that day, and it's so small, so it fits in your purse or your wallet or whatever, and you just open it real quick. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Oh yeah, let me go get that. You can write lists down, like if you're going grocery shopping, all types of stuff. But it's good to write it down so you can stay on track and you don't forget anything. When you plan out your task, it's better than just going day to day and then you find yourself being busy but not productive. So planning out your tasks helps you to be productive. It helps you stay out of that stagnant energy, because you're getting stuff done. Yes. My final tip is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop doing it. Stop doing it, okay? Nobody is you, and that is your power. Don't you forget it. Comparing yourself to other people will make you feel like you're not doing enough. Like, oh, they're doing this, why am I not here? Why am I not at this level? Don't do it. You don't know their story. You only see their glory. You don't know what they went through. You don't know what they had to go through, and they don't know what you have to go through. It's not always about the destination. It's solely about the journey, honestly. A book recommendation that I would suggest to you guys to read, for people that like get so wrapped up in the destination or trying to get where they're going, I would suggest The Alchemist. It's such a good book, and it teaches you that the journey is more important than the destination. Let's say you're an entrepreneur. Everything that you experience as an entrepreneur is preparing you and getting you ready to reach that destination or that goal that you're trying to reach. So The Alchemist, y'all go ahead and check that out. It's on Amazon, and no, I'm not being sponsored. Tunnel vision. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right, just do you. And if you do look to others for inspiration. don't be a hater. Like, just use that to inspire you and like spark some creative juices in your mind or whatever, okay? Because you're amazing and you need to know that, and they could be amazing and you could be amazing too, and you're your own person. Understand that. I'm moving so much. So that was all of my tips. Hopefully I touched everything. If you find these tips working and then you get stuck in life again like I do, like I will be doing so good for 2 months and then boom, I get overwhelmed or something triggers me to get back into a space where I just feel like I'm not doing enough and I feel like I'm not enough. So if these tips work for you and you get stuck again, be kind and be patient with yourself and start all over again from the top of these tips. Even watch this video again if you find yourself stuck. Be kind to yourself. Don't be like, oh, here you go again, and no. Be kind to yourself. Pick yourself back up and start all over again if you have to. That's what I do, y'all. I literally do this every couple of months. I literally get in my stagnant energy where I don't feel motivated, where I don't feel like I'm doing anything right, where I don't feel good about life. I just feel like I'm a complete failure. And I'm just being transparent. And I go and I do these steps all over again, and I get my mental back together and I get myself back together, and I just pick myself back up and I keep it going. A lot of people don't even know I go through these moments. Keep going. Be kind to yourself, be sweet to yourself, and be patient with yourself, most importantly, okay? You're not perfect. You're not a robot. You're a human being, and we all go through stuff. Make sure your mental health is a priority, and make sure your physical health is a priority as well. And thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you have any more tips on how to get your life back on track, how to get unstuck, put them in the comment box below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified every time I drop some new heat. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for joining the international gang.